Good morning, good morning, good morning. Carol Davis here with a spot of sunshine just for you. It is Friday, April 23rd, and last day of our week. We'll be back again Tuesday. So hi, Zippy. Nice to see you. So today, we're going to talk about dumping the mud out of the bucket. Doesn't that sound like fun? Because yesterday we were talking about finding our part and taking inventory, and how important inventory is. Like if you in the retail stores, big business, all kinds of business, not just retail, does inventory usually once a year. What's good? What's bad? What do we keep? What do we order more of? What do we throw away? So that's called dumping the mud out. And sometimes the attic, before that I talked about some of the mud that we still are not in touch with is in the attic. It's hiding in our subconscious and it's directing everything we do. We don't even know it. But if you want to know more, get the book, Change Less Change, on Amazon.com, or you can also watch the previous issues on this book. All my broadcasts are on Changeless Change YouTube. Go to YouTube and subscribe. But today, more about uncovering, discovering, and discarding. Uncover, discover, discard. It's more about getting in touch with all those old ideas that are trying to destroy us. Sometimes I think my brain is trying to chew on itself. So this is called dumping the mud out of the bucket. So I thought of this when I was thinking of emptying self of self. That's like dumping mud. Emptying self of self is like getting rid of the old, making room for the new. So I thought of like if you were carrying around a bucket of mud. First of all, it's heavy. Second of all, no new information can get into the bucket if the bucket is full of mud. So if I'm trying to learn about a new way to live, whether it be religion or philosophy or therapy or marriage, what the heck it is, if I'm trying to learn a new way, there's no room for new information if my bucket is full of mud. If I'm up to here with me, the old me that's destroying me. Does that make sense? So here you go. Dump out the mud. Throughout this book, I refer to the process of finding where it is stored in the attic, evaluating it, and then tossing what is not adding to your life. This is a process we must surrender to if we are to be free of any part of the past that blocks us from the sunlight of the life we want. The process is one of taking inventory of ourselves on a regular basis. Sometimes we just think about things, and other times we need to do a thorough written inventory. Part of the inventory process is looking at what we want to keep and what we want to throw away. Dig it up, haul it out of the attic, and unpack the suitcase. Look at it. Does it still belong with you? If it no longer serves you, let it go. Before I began taking inventory on a regular basis, it was as if I was hauling around a bucket of mud, filled to the brim. I had no room for information about how to live or deal with life until I dumped out the mud and made room for fresh, clean water. Remember the water faucet? That was a previous chapter. So that's like if we were in that previous chapter, it would be like, okay, I'm going to turn on the water faucet of new information. This is God. This is my power. The water faucet can represent your higher power. It can represent new information. And you turn it on. It's up to you how much you're going to turn it on full force. So what if my bucket is full? Okay, just saying. And I turn it on. Drip, drip, drip. Nothing. Just, if you can even turn it on full force. Oh, I want the new information. Turn on that faucet. And it hits the bucket of mud, and what happens? It splashes out. So when I dump the mud bucket of all my old ideas, then I turn on the faucet, and I have room for any kind of new ideas. Hey, doesn't that sound fun? Well, it can be scary when you're doing the inventory, when you're cleaning out the bucket. But if you know how much it will mean to you, if you know how worth it is, how great the great value in doing it, then it's not so scary. So, moving on. What next? Maintenance step and staying fit. I stay awake and alert to my spiritual condition. We need to keep our mental, emotional health fit, just as we do our bodies. Continue regular visits to your addict to take inventory. Practice forgiveness exercises and tend to your marble bag. Forgiveness. Okay, here's a good one. It's just a short story. I could write a book on forgiveness. This is one page. Here's the short story on forgiveness. It's all about you. You absolutely have the right to stay angry with someone. You also have the right to stick your finger in a light socket, and the point would be to forgive is so very awesome. When you forgive, the bad guy is no longer in charge, and you get to take back your power. But how? Every once in a while, I'm able to just let go of a person, place, or event when I need to. However, more often, it takes work. I try one thing at a time and just keep at it until I just know I'm not re-feeling my anger or hurt. I wish for them all the happiness, wellness, and success I would want for myself. I write out 70 times 7 times. So-and-so, I forgive you for blah, blah, blah. Yes, 70 times a day for 7 days. And I forgive myself. Now, what is this marble bag we must tend to? The marble bag. Forgiveness is the key to my personal freedom. And I want to say that I think I'll do the marble bag on Tuesday. You have to wait. But I want to say something about forgiveness. I heard a commentator on TV last night ask a guest, don't you have to wait till someone says they're sorry before you can forgive them? And the guest said, absolutely not. Forgiveness is about me, my freedom. It has nothing to do with the other person, nothing. You don't even have to tell them. They don't have to know you're forgiving them. It absolutely does not matter. That's the most important thing to know about forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness will set you free. You. Forget the other person. Forget them. If they apologize, fine. If they don't, that's whatever. If they change, good. But right now, here and now, remember this most important thing. Forgiveness will set you free, because see, as long as you feel the pain and the resentment, guess who's in charge? They are parked in your brain, getting free rent. No. Release them. Open it back. Send them away. And be free. I am free to be me because I forgive. Takes away the pain, just saying. Contact me if you want to know more about forgiveness. I love that subject because it just doesn't matter. Plus, it doesn't matter if the pain is real or imagined. If the perceived hurt from someone else is real or imagined, that doesn't matter either. Forgiveness is about you. Okay, have a wonderful weekend. Bye.